It's almost muscle memory. The start of any drive, whether it be 5 minutes down the road or 5 hours across the state.
We were driving down the road and it was pretty empty. It was 2 a.m.
Snehal Indra is a senior at the University of Florida. 2 years ago, she and her friends experienced their first encounter with police in St. John's, Florida.
All of a sudden we saw cones and there was a police officer directing us to go down to the elementary school.
Scared and underage, they followed instructions.
The officer just asked us for his license and registration, and the officer was had a flashlight in his hand and he was checking the back seats too and checking our eyes, I guess.
But things have changed since then. Now officers at checkpoints are seeing much more of this. It's part of a movement called Fair DUI, a campaign started by this guy, South Florida defense attorney Warren Redlick. He created the flyer that states, "I remain silent, no searches, I want my lawyer." And drivers across the state of Florida are catching on. The drivers in these videos say they're sober, but what if drivers who are drunk or under the influence of other drugs start using it?
It's just as dangerous as if you were driving, with your eyes closed.
Blake Lopez is an employee with Arrive Alive, a nationwide tour aiming to teach teens the real dangers behind distracted driving.
Your reaction times can be delayed. When you turn the wheel, it's not going to turn right with you.
It uses a video simulator to show students across the country the real effects alcohol can have on your body.
We put in 5 or 6 or whatever the students choose, and then they are able to do that, and it delays their reaction time based on that.
And as the Fair DUI trend continues to grow, some worry it could help keep these drivers on the road undetected by police. So when you drive into a checkpoint, officers are going to ask you for these 3 documents: your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. But the catch here is that Florida law doesn't specify that you have to roll down the window and hand them the documents. So that's where drivers are using this sign. They're using it as a loophole and simply placing it on the window with their documents, preventing police from getting a good look inside your car.
We've seen it several times.
Lieutenant Daniel Kalk has acted as event commander for the Florida Highway Patrol at checkpoints conducted in Alachua County and says he's no stranger when it comes to seeing Fair DUI flyers, but it does not stop his officers from doing their job.
If someone's impaired to the point their normal faculties are impaired that they shouldn't be driving, these officers can pretty much tell by their movements, fumbling, slurred speech. They can look at their eyes, so the only thing that's not there is an odor.
And he says it's not a huge problem as of now, but he hopes it'll stay that way. And windows up or down, Indra hopes these officers can continue to keep Floridians safe, but also hopes drivers will do it on their own and make the right choice before getting behind the wheel. Nicole Acevedo, WUFT News.